I didn't think anything would top 100 Girlfriends when it comes to the most bonkers romance of the year, but early on in Aharen, I think we might have a legitimate contender looming. I could never have predicted the way this season would play out, and it needs to be discussed. That, and I can't wait to see where things go from here. We're not far into this season, but it has been an absolute roller coaster already. The first episode shows how sweet this series can be. A new girl named Riku joins class and befriends Aharen, except we quickly learn that they had been friends long before as kids, and because of a miscommunication, they went their separate ways. They both feel like they're to blame when really it was both of them getting in their own heads that caused the whole thing. So it's touching to see them reunite and that they still care about each other a ton. But the show has much more than heart. It's way funnier than it has any right to be. Their teacher is constantly shipping Raido and Aharen, which cracks me up because it's always the most wholesome things that get to her. Like when they're leaning in close to read a book or something like that. Kudos to the writer for making their biggest fan their teacher this season. They set it up last season and now her role has expanded. It's obvious in hindsight, but I appreciate them taking their time with it. Also, easily the best bit of the show is that no matter what happens, if anything is off, Raido instantly assumes the most ridiculous possible explanation, and the actual answer is always the simplest one. It's Occam's razor played for laughs, and I hope someday they actually do swerve us and have one of his insane predictions come true. There's a good example of this in a second. In episode 2, this show straight up turns into Animal Crossing the animation for like 10 full minutes, where we see Raido not only befriend knockoff Tom Nook, but we see knockoff Tom Nook's entire life story complete with a JFK-style assassination. It is the most bizarre few minutes of anime I've watched this year, and I've seen all of 100 Girlfriends and an episode of that time-traveling panty girl. So how do we follow that up? With Raido doing his typical, oh, this is probably what happened bit, he thinks his girlfriend's Animal Crossing town is too big, and the only logical explanation is that she sacrificed herself to the Matrix to live in a virtual world that will soon overtake reality because she's late for class that day. Of course, the truth was that Aharen overslept and her sister uses her account to build the town up. This show really is on one. Then to wrap that same episode up, we see him drink some sake in the morning and spend the entire day with this brand new delinquent with a heart of gold character, only to find out at the end it was alcohol free, and the second he learns that, he just accepts it and stops acting drunk on the spot. Episode 2 felt like it was made for an entirely different show, and yet it still worked in the craziest way possible. The following episode, a lot more grounded, and we open with adorable hijinks, more terrible assumptions, and back to a lot of heart. Riku has a Raido type head on her shoulders, but instead of expecting the most ridiculous situation ever, she imagines the worst possible reaction to all of her decisions. While Raido's is played for gags, Riku's are the result of her insecurities. Those being out on full display really make you feel for her and adds a level of depth that kinda counteracts the silliness of episode 2. The conversation she has with Aharen's little brother was wholesome as hell as well. Based on the way this season is going, the next episode will probably be something like a sci-fi epic. Then we'll ground things a bit, and then we'll go on another insane journey that we never could have seen coming. I didn't think this show would ever get this crazy as a high school rom-com, but here we are. Yet, I'm here for it. With that, I'm out.